Hi, my name is Sarah, and today I'm going to embroider this cute 3-dimensional puppy. To do this, you'll need embroidery floss, wool or acrylic thread, embroidery scissors, embroidery needles, linen fabric, puppy pattern, and transfer paper. Let's start by copying the pattern. And then we're gonna do a padded satin stitch. To do this stitch, you have to do back stitch around the edges and then vertical satin stitches. It is very important when you do the satin stitches to make sure that the stitches go the same direction and that they are as close together as possible. Don't fill in the space for the nose and the tongue. Now moving on to the eyes, I'm doing vertical satin stitches, 2 strands using DMC cotton floss in brown. For the nose, I used horizontal satin stitches, DMC cotton floss in black. So now moving on to the tongue, and I used V-shaped like satin stitches using 2 strands DMC cotton floss in pink. To make it look even more cute and more realistic, I did highlights, and for this I did a waist knot to avoid tangling on the back of the work. For this I am using small targeted satin stitches, 2 strands, and using white color. To give him that cute 3-dimensional fluffy texture, I am using wool. You can use acrylic thread as well, it gives the same effect. And I'm doing a turkey stitch. Turkey stitch seems complicated, but practice makes perfect. Make sure you use more thread than you usually do, because turkey stitch uses lots of thread. I am embroidering this as a gift for a family member. And they have a cute little dog called Scamp. So I'm trying to make this embroidery work resemble him as much as I can. It's time to give him a haircut. Be careful when you trim the excess thread, to not trim too much and to not cut the fabric. It's best to go slowly when cutting. To clean the excess wool, I wrapped tape around my finger with the glue part facing the fabric. Now moving on to the ears, I did the same thing. It's a padded satin stitch, using back stitches on the edges of the pattern and then vertical satin stitches. Scamp have some grey and brown hairs on his ears, so to highlight those colors, I am using 2 strands of DMC grey cotton floss, and I'm doing long and short satin stitches like so. I'm repeating the same process with a beige cotton floss. For the bow tie, I'm mixing 2 shades of red. The first one I'm using is the darker shade, and I'm doing 2 strands of satin stitches. The next one is a lighter shade, and I'm doing 2 strands of satin stitches as well. Now moving on to the arms, I'm doing the same thing as I did on his head. I'm using white wool and doing turkey stitches. To give her more definitions and highlights, I used beige, wool and turkey stitches. Trim the excess like so. And we're done. If you like, you can watch part 2 for the flower wreath embroidery. Thanks for watching!